My mother, 51F, and I, 24F, have had such a toxic relationship since I was 14. She was constantly searching my room while I was at school. Till this day I have no idea what she was looking for, was physically violent towards me, and I will give you a few examples. She took an oven tray out of a hot oven to inspect how many nuggets I put in there, and shows my younger sister, F22. How many, while calling me selfish. Bear in mind, I am the skinniest out of my family. When I confronted her about it, a lot of shouting was happening. Next thing you know, I got whacked on the head with a hot tray straight out of the oven tray, which caused a laceration that needed to be glued, and the amount of blood that came spurted out, I went white and dropped to the floor. Once she saw what she done, she just stepped over me, whispered sorry under her breath, and waited in her room while my sister called the ambulance and she got arrested. Another incident was my mom dragging me out the house by my hair, causing multiple bald spots at 7:30 in the morning on a school day because I wore my sister's shoes for sports day, which me and my sister had agreed on after a few favors were exchanged. I may add that my sister is her favorite child and uses her as a scapegoat and just gossips to her about me all the time, almost like a therapist. I also can't forget how she got me arrested because I didn't do the dishes, punched me in the face repeatedly, and broke my door, then completely flipped the script to the police officer. My mother has been arrested plenty of times, and I was even sent to a house for DV victims because of her, but had to return back due to lack of support from team members and putting me in debt, which I had no idea of. I was 19 at the time and knew nothing about claiming benefits, but that was all cleared, and that's a story for another day, but I'm sure you all got an idea of what my teenage years was like. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't a perfect kid. Actually, in the public, I conducted myself completely differently, and no one had a clue how I was getting treated at home apart from my very close circle. I did have an attitude and shouted back, trying to stick up for myself, but I ended up being the kid that stays in their room and doesn't socialize much. She was the antagonizer who will start on me for no reason, just looking for a problem. I was severely depressed and had many dark thoughts. Fast forward a few years, I had a massive argument with her as I noticed how she was talking to my little sister, F12, constantly calling her stupid and body-shaming her. I could tell how much this was affecting her. I exploded verbally because I will do anything for my siblings and I don't want her to go through what I did. A few months passed and there was minimal to no contact with my mom for a good 2/3 months. I go to work, then straight to my room until the next day I need to go to work. One day I came back and got a letter on my bed which she wrote to evict me, and I had a month to find a place. That was my last straw. She has been trying to kick me out for years, so I already had been saving an emergency fund since I was 16 in case the time does actually come. I moved out before the deadline, and she watched me pack my things and leave, which wasn't the plan. I wanted to move while she was at work, but I didn't execute that well. Anyways, I rented a one-bed flat, had to work 2/3 jobs trying to maintain it, but I was so happy. I never contact her, but always kept in contact with my siblings. She'll be blocked on and off because I still had a young sibling there, and what if something happened? While I was adjusting to living by myself, she will text me asking how I am and that she misses me. I just ignored them because she doesn't deserve the relationship she wants to have with me after everything, no matter how much I wanted parents. I have been to the house a few times for Christmas and siblings' birthdays, and when she sees me, she always wants a hug and to talk about my flat. Bear in mind, she doesn't know where I live or even what I do for a living. The less she knows, the better, really. She always asks when is she able to come and visit, and asks where do I live, but Ada for not allowing my mother into my space when she kicked me out of hers. The only reason she has any contact with me is because of younger sibling. I just will never forgive her, and I have no desire for a relationship and definitely have a grudge. I don't know why her mindset on me has no changed, but am I the asshole for standing my ground even though I have left that toxic environment?